Well, hello and welcome to Fitness Real Talk on the Nerd Gym YouTube channel. I am your certified organic free range personal trainer, Melanie Black, and today I will interview my special guest about their fitness journey. The good, the bad, the ugly of it, nothing off the table, nothing edited. Here with me today is Rachel, pronouns she and her, grad student, future doctor. Full disclaimer here, she knows what I'm going to ask her, but I have no idea what her answers are going to be. So do not take any of what we say as a way to diagnose or treat your mental or physical self. That said, hi, Rachel.
Hi, Melanie. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you doing today?
Doing great. Doing great.
Cool. So tell people who know nothing about you, just a little bit about yourself, your day, what you do.
Yeah. So I'm a grad student at UA, so I tend to spend a lot of time in front of the computer banging my head against a wall. I also tend to pet my cat and I crochet, and I've recently gotten into Skyrim.
Nice. I love all of those things, and your cat always makes me smile when we do our workouts on Zoom together. Seeing the cat coach you on your groundwork is fabulous.
Teaching me how to do cat cows the right way.
Exactly. Nothing like a real cat to help you out with that. So I'm curious, like you're 29 years old, you got a lot going on. Like being a grad student is no joke. You've got a lot of stress, you head banging included. So what made you decide, oh, now's a good time to start a fitness journey? Why now? Why or why when you began? Why did you begin your fitness journey?
Yeah, so I before COVID, I biked around campus. I was walking to and from class, and then of course I stopped doing that. So I really there were days, 3-4 day stretches where I didn't leave the apartment. And I started feeling a little so I decided I wanted to support a local business and get up and get active, and this was kind of the perfect one for me.
Nice. So you've been working out in your home on the Zoom classes at the Nerd Gym, just trying to not lose what all you had going on with being active, moving around from class to class, trying to keep a shred of our sanity going this year. So amidst all of that, what small victories victory do you feel you might have had along the way so far? Because you've been you've been training with us for how many months now? I don't know.
I don't remember. I think it feels like October.
November, since October, November. Yeah.
In there.
Yeah. Fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, time's flying by.
I loved this. I loved this because it was the tiniest little thing. I touched my toes. I remember, and I actually remember the moment where I did it. Like we were, we had been working out, and so I was like loose. And then you're like, lean over and touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, that's okay. Just do the stretch. You're always really good about that, about doing what you can. But then I touched my toes and I was like, I did it. And I put it in the chat. And everybody was pretty supportive about it. So that was my small victory.
That's so good. Yeah, it's a weird thing to think that when we lose these range emotions, like parts of our own body become off limits. It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And people think of like not being able to touch the toes as an old person problem. It is not. I've worked with loads of young people who can't do that. So like, that's awesome that you had that victory. That's so cool.
It used to be like my thing that I was flexible, even if I wasn't like in shape or whatever. I was at least like flexible, right? I remember I used to do the presidential fitness whatever class at like that thing, and I always touch my toes. And then when I realized I couldn't anymore, I was like, oh no.
Hello darkness, my friend. Right. Wow, that's so cool. So any other unexpected, good or bad surprises along the way?
This is kind of weird, but I'm actually surprised that I stuck it out this long. I usually what happens with my workout stuff is I'm like, I make my full semester schedule. I schedule my stuff the whole semester out. I know what classes I'm going to. I get determined. I go to 2 weeks worth of classes and then I quit.
Yeah.
Semester starts. But here I still am, like, and not even just like still during the semester, but like 5 months, whatever later, like I made it through a month. I think I took off because I went home for Christmas. Like I came back after that.
Yeah. That's,
How?
I know, it's so good. Like, like how are you such a competent person? I don't know. Embrace it. You're turning 30 next year. You got to be competent.
At that point, it's exactly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, okay. So I know that mindset, internal dialogue, like, okay, so you had this like good surprise of, okay, I'm actually doing it. I'm actually coming back. Was there anything like internally that you felt was different, or has your internal dialogue changed at all during this journey?
Oh yeah. So I guess like one of the big things I wanted to like mention for this was that I October of last year, I was like not getting out of bed. There were like a day where I just like wouldn't get out of bed. And I'd be laying there thinking, I just don't think I can do it. And then I had the realization of like, oh, this isn't normal. People don't usually do this. And so I started going to therapy. Eventually I got started on medication. And I, like, over this 5 month, whatever, however long it's been, working out, I have like identified that this is what helps me. This is a thing that helps me. Like the Tuesday, Thursdays that I don't show up, I don't have a good day.
Yeah.
The Tuesday, Thursdays that I do show up, I have a great day.
Yeah.
And it carries over in the next days and the weekends and all that stuff. But like that's just how it is for me. And so I kind of had this realization of like, well, if I want to have a good day, I'm gonna have to get up and work out.
That's major.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Yeah. Yeah. I know that, I've definitely experienced similar things. I know that for myself, I always have to remind myself that I don't have to be in a good mood to go to the workout. Do you ever find this is the case for you? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's the workout's job to put you in a good mood, not the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I've worked it to where I get dressed in my workout clothes. Like I don't get dressed in other clothes. I get dressed into my workout clothes. I
Your
spend them
super suit.
right. So I'm already in it. Like all I have to do, I don't even have to go to the gym. All I have to do is open my computer and open the Zoom. And then the rest happens, right?
Right.
That's
Right.
it.
Yeah, removing those barriers. I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So do you have a favorite physical activity or a favorite exercise, or what is?
So I love Zumba. I
Oh, okay.
I love Zumba. And what I realized is with Zumba classes, they're not available consistently like this is. And I really like the consistency of this.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I turn on the music like you suggest. And so you'll see me if you ever work out with me, Melanie, you'll see me like I'm like,
Yes, I am here for it.
rest or active rest. I'm like,
Yeah.
active rest.
Active rest. Yeah, active rest is better every time. I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the exercise makes the Zumba more fun. I know a lot of people get into Zumba for the exercise of it, which is great, but also like being able to move and touch your toes and everything else makes the Zumba more fun too, probably. That's awesome. So what are your current fitness goals like right now? Do you have any current ongoing fitness goals?
So I don't really have like I want my body to look this way. I don't have a goal weight. I don't have a particular like activity that I want to be able to do. a lot of this is really just based on like I need it for me. Not like I have to, not someone's telling me to, right? But that I need it for me. I do backpack. I go backpacking, and so like you really have to have like you have to be in a little bit of shape to
Yeah.
be able to do that. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, and so I've been hiking on the weekends, and that's my like third workout is like a hike. So I go hiking on the
Nice.
weekends, and I have this in the middle time to kind of like keep me going. So I guess that's kind of a goal of being like I have something that I like to do with friends, backpacking, and so this like is part of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, because you don't want to be like struggling on your playtime. Like if backpacking is your playtime, you don't want to just have it be nonstop struggle, right? Have fun doing that. That's great. Um, yeah. So current fitness goals, you know, just keeping that going for yourself is like part of like this is how I am, who I am,
Yeah.
maintaining.
And
Yeah.
I think it's kind of freeing for me because a lot of gyms I've been to, it's very like do the maximum you can do, push yourself to be the best self you can be. And I absolutely love that your gym is like do what you can. And
Hey, it
I
doesn't work for everybody, but I'm glad that.
but this works for me. It works
Yeah.
for me because I go and I'm like, do I want to challenge myself today? And I can answer that yes or no and follow through.
Yeah.
And if I'm pushing myself, I feel good because I'm pushing myself, not somebody
Right.
else. And if I'm not pushing myself, I don't feel bad about it either.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You
So
don't want it to turn into a guilt trip to like, oh, you have to do this or you're not worthy or some
yeah.
nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Gym culture is weird.
I'm not competitive either. And so like why like I don't need that.
Yeah. Cool. And like, are you looking to the future, looking forward to things? What things are you looking forward as like your whole most fitnessy Rachel self, if that makes sense? What
Yeah.
things are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to just being like there's times when I notice like ooh, like I run up the stairs and I'm like and I'm like, man, I don't want to be the person that's winded after going up a flight of stairs, right? And so I think that like little itty bitty things like that where I can pick up something or do an activity and not really feel it as much.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really small and it's not like a huge goal, but it's this like day-to-day kind of thing that feels a little bit more meaningful to me.
Yeah, no, that's huge because it's the things that happen every day, right? You know, it's not like, oh, well, I've got to win this competition or this marathon or something. For you, it's more like I want to be like perfectly comfortable and capable in my own body with everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not this external goal of like achieving a huge thing. It's like what is the most Rachel that I can be?
Yes, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like when we do it right, fitness becomes a magnifier for the best parts of ourselves, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it does physically, mentally, right? Like all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Do you have any parting words that you would like to impart to anyone watching, saying, "Hey, I can relate to this Rachel person," and
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I like encourage everybody to be comfortable in their own skin, and exercise is very likely a part of that. But I think the big thing is like having it be come from you.
yeah,
Like test it yourself, right? When you
yeah,
work out, what happens? Do you have a good day? Do you feel better? Yeah, you're sore, but like,
yeah,
you know, like because when people, I'm like, everybody tells you like you have to work out, you have to look good, you have to feel good, and it's like, I don't need you to tell me what I have to do. Let me figure that out for myself. And I did, and here I am.
I love that. And you're sticking to it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Nice. Go figure.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing some real talk and for being the brave very first person to do one of these interviews with me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for having me and listening.
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right. High five.